Don't you love when a guy that sort of looks like a young Sean Connery and sounds like Sean Connery?
Yeah. It's good to have an accent on the show.
It is. Fantastic. Desmond, I have to ask you. It's good to have an accent anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, for you.
Now, listen.
Back in.
Okay, I'm just going to say, stepping off the CEO ladder for just a second, because he's a very impressive guy and he's a handsome man. But I got to tell you, being in this country and having an accent like that could not have hurt you. So I have a question. If we were to go to Scotland, would we be hot because of our American accent?
You two.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Well, thanks for coming to the show, buddy. You've been great. Our next guest.
Wheatley, CEO of Envision Solar. Hey, okay, if I remember correctly, the states and the cities and the countries that you would think would be the biggest clients for solar are probably not.
Vegas?
There's a lot of surprises. Like I think I remember when we first met you, Germany was a giant
Germany
consumer.
was, yeah. They had more
You think the
solar.
last freaking country on earth to be with Germany?
Because it's raining all the time there, yeah.
And the other one is you mentioned on the break that one of your biggest customers is New York City.
Our biggest customer is New York City. And I mean, let's just put that in context. They bought our product and they tested it through 2 New York winters before they ended up issuing us a multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract.
Yeah.
So you know, it works really. The thing is, if you build it right, if you use the right components and use the right engineering, even in environments where you get several days in a row of rain and cloud and all that sort of stuff, the thing still works fantastic.
Like their bridges back there, they built those so big and so heavy duty that nothing knocks them out.
I think
for years.
we're just using a very high technology approach to solar. We're not your typical rooftop guys. Nothing wrong with that, but we just take a very high technology approach to it. And when you do that, engineer it right, engineer the solar right, engineer the storage right, have the tracking and everything else like that, then you get great performance, even in not so great weather conditions.
It seems like New York, you got just the top of the building and this huge ass building underneath it. I could see, don't you need a lot of space up there?
You have a lot of man-made canyons in New York City, but it turns out that our product, we can find places all over the city to deploy our product.
And that has to be the secret sauce for EVSI, right? It's the fact that you don't do the obvious. What you do is you create solutions. I mean, you have always, ever since I've met you, you've always sold the solution, not the product. And I think that's, and I don't think many companies actually do that. Do you understand the difference there?
I kind of do.
I mean, instead of selling the thing, he's solving, basically, this is not how you approach this from the very beginning.
We actually, all of the products that we've invented and patented have come about as a result of customer needs. So we've had customers who've been in situations say, hey, we really wish we could do this, but there's just no way we can get it done because the infrastructure costs are too high. And we've invented products which have overcome that. And Sully, just to put that in perspective for you, our EV Arc product, which is that's our biggest, the one that's on the screen right now. Actually, that's the Solar Tree product. But anyway, the EV Arc product that we sell now, we're deploying those in 4 minutes, where it takes the state of California 18 months to do the same thing with a traditional
EV
grid
Arc, right? The
EV Arc
electric
product,
vehicle autonomous renewable charger.
Yeah,
EV Arc.
that's exactly right. And 4-minute deployment, no construction, no engineering,
and that's
no
DC fast charging. That's what this is all about. Is that your motorcycle there?
No, I'm actually on a Zero. You guys need to come ride my bike.
An electric Harley I just saw?
Yes, you just saw an electric Harley, yes.
So okay, let's talk about that just on a sort of a top-down approach here, because we are heading towards a renewable energy future. I look at the biggest cab company in the world doesn't even own a car, and that's where we're headed. I mean, we're headed to the point where we're honestly thinking, I don't know if I'm ever going to buy a car again after this car, because I mean, for those folks that have the jobs where they're on the phone or on a computer. Imagine leaving your house at 8 when work starts, because you're now at work. Okay, you got more quality of life up until 7:55. Your workday starts at 8 o'clock. You're in a car driving you to work. And you're off at 5, and which means you get to leave about 4 o'clock from work and still work till 5 o'clock. This is where we're going. We're going with respect
your autonomous vehicle.
The autonomous vehicle, the electric vehicle, the solar, the solar grid. I have to ask you, is there enough of an infrastructure in place to keep up with what guys like you are inventing? Or are you guys inventing to keep up with the infrastructure that's needed?
Oh, we're way behind on infrastructure. There's no doubt about that. I mean, look, there are 1.2 billion cars on the road in the world. All of them are going to electrify. If we've got people taking 18 months to deploy grid-tied infrastructure to support that. It's not going to happen. There has to be a better way than the 100-year-old model, and that's what we're doing. That's why we have customers like the State of California and City of New York, Google and Johnson & Johnson and many others. Because we can get something done so quickly and so painlessly that otherwise it's going to be very invasive.
How about just me? I want my own charging station.
Your own charging station. The Rusty.
Do you have like a personal
Rusty charger?
Yes. Hey, just pull up, drop that thing off.
A different paint job on it.
The Rusty charger. Rust charger.
That's what I want.
Hey,
My front yard.
In 30 seconds, I want to talk about the company. I only got 30 seconds left. EVSI is the company, and Vision Solar. You guys are having a record year, correct?
Absolutely. We're up 423% of where we were last year. Growth is absolutely phenomenal.
That's
You know, we were
ridiculous.
early to the market, but the markets are catching up with us.
We're
and
going to
now
have
we're
you.
crazy.
I'm going to have you back next week. I also want to put you on America Trends with Amy Fuller because I think everyone needs to hear about this. Desmond Wheatley, ladies and gentlemen. So great to have you back. By the way, he's my new co-host when you're gone.
Great.
It's going to be Desmond.
Well, I'm going to start learning something else then, I guess.
Well, you sound
Before
like
we
you're
be
from-
moving
you sound
along
like
there,
you're from-
laddie.
You sound like you're from
Don't
Ireland
be
now.
farting with me. I don't know what I'm doing.
Apparently not.
I'm drinking.